Hi, it's me again, Trickle Rose. So I decided to go live again because I have the day off. My roommate is getting surgery and I need to go pick him up. So I'm hoping to get one more live in before I have to go. But if his phone, which is right here, make sure the volume is up. It should be pretty soon that he gets out. So I'm going to get a call, so if I get interrupted, my apologies, and I'll do a continuation later. But I just am on a roll now, and I'm in the flow, so I'm going to go ahead and do another live. So Karuna and the aura. Oh my god, look at my hair. That's awesome. Oh well, it is what it is. You don't need a diploma in esoteric studies to activate the chakras. All the exercises and recommendations described in this book are safe and gentle. So you're not going to be shocking yourself out of anything. You can begin them at any time. The proof of their effectiveness will be in the positive changes you feel in your body and mind. Just using your intuition as a guide, you can embark with confidence on the practice of chakra work. A look, however, at the theoretical basis of the practice can deepen your understanding of how the process works. In this chapter, you will discover the fundamental principles that underlie the teaching on chakras and learn something about such phenomena as the human aura, the astral body, and the layers of subtle energy of which it is composed. Some basic esoteric ideas will be included in the extent that they have significance of the chakra work. A world beyond the senses. Oh, I better move over. One fundamental idea that informs the teaching on chakras is that there is more to reality than what we perceive with our five senses. So that was definitely something that I realized. Like there's more to this life. I just didn't know. I didn't know, right? Like it's hard to put into words. Dreams pose the question, where was I last night? Was I lying in bed or walking through the delightful landscape that appeared to me in my dream? Or you might ask yourself, what part of myself lay motionless in bed and what part spoke? Saw things, laughed, and moved through the dream, all the while taking the dream for reality. Everyday reality is something quite different from the reality we experience in our dreams. Other levels of reality can reveal themselves in visions, premonitions, meditations, and trance. I was going to say phenomenon. That's awesome. The astral body. Although one could maintain that there are many levels of reality, chakra teaching distinguishes between two fundamental realities, that the outer visible world and that of the world that under normal circumstances remains unseen. Just as there is a visible and invisible world, so we have a visible and invisible body. To distinguish between the gross and subtle bodies is most important for chakra practice. The methods described in this book are spiritual in nature. They serve to harmonize the subtle body. Oh, what is that on my forehead? Oh yeah, that's right, I bonked my head at work. Oh my goodness, I was in someone's closet and I went to get a quarter off the floor, and they had this weird bar that they could hang up their clothes in the organizer, but it like stuck out all strange, and I just like banged my head, so I've got this nice bruise right there. That's awesome. Chakra work is not fitness training. It uses spiritual practice to awaken and direct subtle energies. That That this also brings harmony to one's physical being is a positive side effect, but it is not the primary aim of the practice. In chakra teaching, the body composed of these subtle energies is called the astral body. Different esoteric schools call it by different names, such as the etheric, light, or mental body. Oh, no, that's not it. Where was I? Oh, mental body. Some systems further distinguish between different types of subtle bodies, as for example, between an emotional and mental body. For the purposes of chakra teaching, we use the term astral body to encompass all of these subtle phenomena insofar as they relate to the physical body. I don't know why all of a sudden I can't read. Ensouling power. My hair is just out of hand. It's this weather, it is like totally snowy here in Kelowna. Okay, ensouling power. The astral body is not the polar opposite of the physical body. It is also the spiritualizing power that leads awareness to the physical body. Composed of pure light, it penetrates the material world and is not dependent upon space and time. The nadis are the channels or veins of subtle energy, and the chakras are the energy centers. So there is actual channels in your body called nadis that help to bring energy to each of the chakras. All of this subtle power works directly on the astral body and then indirectly on its physical counterpart. The following table outlines the differences in the borders of the physical and astral body. So physical body, it says gross material, and astral body is subtle energy. The physical body, composed of the 5 visible elements, earth, water, fire, air, and ether. The astral body, composed of light that incorporates the 7 chakras and is visible in the different layers of the aura. The physical body, vehicle for the organs, bones, blood, lymph, muscles, cells, etc. The astral body is the vehicle for emotions, thoughts, ideas, and tendencies. Physical body provides the sense of self in everyday life, and the astral body provides the sense of self in dream, meditation, and trance states. Physical body corresponds to the earthly sphere. Astral body corresponds to the heavenly sphere. Spiritual discoveries with the astral body. The sense that the end of one's physical existence is not the end of one's inner life can be said to be the underlying impulse of all religions, which is kind of true, because they pretty much all believe that, there is somewhere else that we go. Oh my god, look at my hair. That's so awesome. I had a toque on earlier too. Those who work with meditation and the practices of chakra work will discover that there is a further existence lying beyond that of the physical body. Chakra work attributes this transcendence experience of being to the activity of the astral body. From the point of view of chakra teaching, the astral body is connected to the earth and the earthly plane only insofar as it is connected to the physical body. The connection between the physical and spiritual bodies is often referred to as the silver cord. The silver cord can be seen as an etheric umbilical cord through which the astral body provides the physical body with energy. While we are asleep, this connection is loosened and we directly touch the astral world in dreams, and in deep rest our total awareness. At the point of death, the silver cord snaps and the astral body releases its hold upon the material world. All of the energy that has sustained physical life is reintegrated into the astral body, so that through death, the physical body returns to its compositional elements. Chakra teaching ascribes many unexplained phenomena such as extrasensory perception, deja vu, and paranormal powers to the workings of the astral body. Near-death experiences serve to prove of its existence. People who have been declared clinically dead during operations or from accidents then regain consciousness report similar experiences. Often, hold on one sec. I'm just going to make sure I don't have to go to the hospital. Often they are able to describe in detail the operation or what was being said by those around their deathbed. Many speak of experiences of bright light. The astral bodies and the chakras. The astral body is the level at which the spiritual development of an individual is determined. It is the soul's body. After death, it survives essentially unchanged, while the physical body is broken down into its constituent parts and set aside. One can look at the chakras as the organs of the astral body. Here, according to chakra teaching, we find the subtle life processes taking place. The chakras unfold, and from them radiates life energy that travels through the nadis, the energy channels. The activity of our chakras stamps our talents, tendencies, and all of our personal qualities. According to the chakra teaching, they will play as important a role in our next life as they do in our spiritual development in this one. Through the practices of chakra healing, we can decisively engage in the reformation of our astral body, and through work on the subtle energy level, address such character failings as hate, envy, greed, fear, and let go of them. So that's pretty big. Like, you can let go of, things that you're, like, some of us have a lot of fears, so this could be work that helps let go of some of that. By doing so, we attain inner freedom and a loving awareness that will enrich our future existence. In Hinduism and Buddhism, one encounters in this respect the concept of karma. Simply put, karma is the law of cause and effect. Everything that we do has consequences. If in this life you have been unjust to other people and keep them from the light, you will be betrayed by others in the next life. This is karma. To engender good karma is the most important element of spiritual development. Good acts are the way in which one can influence karma for the better. By strengthening your chakras, you will allow energy to flow unhindered through your astral body, and you will make a positive contribution to your personality and your spiritual life. So that's pretty big. The aura, the 8th chakra, is what they call it in this book. Cultivating the aura is a simple way to increase the effectiveness of chakra work and improve your health. So if you're an empath and you're going into crowds and you're taking on people's energy, which can happen when you don't know how to not take it on, some of this work is going to be important for you because it will affect your chakras. Like the chakras, the different layers of the aura are phenomena of the subtle world. Classic yoga teachings has known about the aura for more than 5,000 years. In Kundalini Yoga, the aura is considered to be of such importance that it is referred to as the 8th chakra. A practice that consists of work on the aura as well as the chakras is the best way to rid yourself of illness, promote wellness, and develop spiritual balance and inner clarity and strength. When you direct your awareness to your inner and outer energy fields, you will harmonize your astral body in the shortest time. Chakra work and aura work go hand in hand. Everything we do to activate the chakras will increase the radiance of our aura, and work on the aura will in turn help develop our chakras in harmonious fashion. Radiant person. Each person has a unique radiance, unique aura. I guess they just call it radiance in this chapter. No doubt you have friends and acquaintances who have put forth positive emanations and have a good influence on those around them. Like when you're an empath, other people's auras is serious. Like you can tell whether a person is a good person or a bad person just by their energy field, otherwise known as their aura. The opposite is probably true as well. There are some people who have something unhealthy or unpleasant about them that you may find hard to define, a negative aura. Aura depends on the path that each of us takes. But what makes a strong personality? What is the secret behind personal magnetism? For some, it is a matter of external factors. One's appearance, physical composure, facial expressions, and posture are all marked by the aura. Of greater importance are inner factors. Someone who is self-aware and possesses clarity, tranquility, and happiness, who is, in short, in a state of psychic harmony, radiates these positive qualities, and those who have eyes to see will perceive that such people have bright, shining, pure auras. The 7 layers of the aura, so gets down to all the different layers in your aura. In everyday speech, one talks about someone's aura as good or bad vibration. Chakra teaching looks more closely into the phenomenon of the aura. Just as there are 7 principal chakras, so the teaching identifies 7... Oh, I think it's time to go to the hospital. Hello? I'm good. Are you trying to get a hold of Alex? Yes, he is in surgery right now. He's fine. Yeah, you'll have to try calling him back. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. Okay, so we're good. I just lost my place, so give me 1 sec. Okay. Okay, we were at 7 layers. These layers are compound energy fields of varying thickness. The first layer of the aura corresponds to the level of physical body. This is the physical aura. The most condensed form of spiritual energy, the 7th layer, consists of pure cosmic energy, the level of the divine. The inner and more ethereal the aura layer, the brighter and stronger its radiance. The 7 shells are not cut off from one another. They interpenetrate and commune with each other. Seers and other sensitive people are able to perceive the aura's layers as bands of color and light. The aura has often been described as a cloud of light that encircles an individual. The aura is most clearly perceptible around the head, such as the halo seen in images of Christian saints and holy figures. Most representations of Shiva and Buddha depict them as a wreath in a circle of light indicate their positive radiance. As we grow spiritually and our inner power increases, our aura becomes more filled with light. The different colors that the human aura shows are the result of different vibratory frequencies of each layer. Chakra teaching distinguishes 7 layers. Excuse me. The first layer. So the first layer of the aura contains the dentist energy. The densest energy. It corresponds to the boundary of our physical being, our skin. In Sanskrit, this layer is called Anamaya Kasha, which means shell of nourishment. This shell corresponds to the 5 elements that make up the physical earth: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. It governs the major phases of earthly existence: birth, growth, aging, and death. The second layer of the aura is the vital or etheric shell. It adjoins the etheric body. In Sanskrit, it is called Panamaya Kasha, the life shell. As it is very thick around the surface of the skin, it is perceived as a second etheric body or etheric double. This layer regulates the body's energetic processes: body temperature, circulation, metabolism, hormonal secretion, and respiration. Hunger and thirst, the senses of hot and cold, and the self-preservation instinct are all impulses connected with this second layer. The third layer, the so-called emotional shell, is the boundary of the emotional body. This label is somewhat misleading since it is concerned not only with emotion but with thoughts, desires, dreams, and other aspects of the inner self. The Sanskrit name Manamaya Kasha is better translated as the psychic shell. The third aura layer affects our thoughts, our unconscious, and the 5 senses. It also influences our moods. The fourth layer, known as the mental shell, forms the boundaries of the mental body. This corresponds to the more refined aspects of our personality: mental clarity, the world of ideas, intuition, and decisiveness all belong to this level. In Sanskrit, this layer is called, Vishnanamaya Kashna, the shell of knowledge. I really hope that I'm even getting close to some of these pronunciations. They're kind of hard to say. Ow, that felt really good. The fifth layer, the casual shell, bounds the casual body. In spiritual development, spiritually developed people, this can be a mile wide. The casual shell is the last visible layer of the aura. The 2 highest levels are pure spirit and imperceptible even to the spiritually gifted. The Sanskrit name of this layer is Anandamaya Kasha, the shell of pure bliss. Joy and happiness are the predominant feelings associated with the experience of this layer. The casual shell is a boundary line. Below it lies the earthly sphere, above it the divine. Kirlian photography can render the auras of living creatures visible. So there's, try to get some of that. Oh, there we go. Now you can see it a little bit better. Not totally sure what that is. It kind of looks like little toes. With your aura, it definitely, each person is different. My Reiki teacher helped me discover that my aura is 6 feet wide, which was pretty shocking to me. And she said, when you have a bigger aura like that and you're in group settings, you have to be really careful to cleanse and clear your aura because you take on things, which, kind of made sense to me. The sixth layer is that of the soul. Its Sanskrit name is Hiva, I think it's Hiva, the individual soul. Spiritual light and the cosmic vibration are phenomena belonging to the 6th level. The soul shell cannot be perceived by senses. In a deep meditative state, we can, however, feel it as inner light and vibration. The seventh layer. The highest layer of the aura is the heavenly or divine shell. This is the level of one's divine self. The nature of this level is that of the omnipresent self or God. Only enlightened beings attain awareness of this level. Oh, what just happened? One second. I'm taking phone calls on this video. Like, what am I doing? Okay. Strengthening your aura. There are many things you can do to make your aura stronger. All meditative techniques strengthen the aura, which is why I say daily meditation is not only important to your chakras, it's important to your aura, which they affect each other. Yoga and chakra practice intensify your etheric radiance. Even when you are not focusing on the aura, there are also particular techniques you can use that specifically address the subtle layers of your being and can instill them with new energy. The protective function of the aura. A strong aura will protect you from destructive and aggressive people and vibrations. At the same time, it will enable you to send positive energy out into the world. Practical work on the astral body is concerned only with the first 5 shells of the aura. They compose the individual aura. The electromagnetic field that envelops the physical body in a cloud of light. When seers describe their perception of the aura, they are always referring to these first 5 levels. Since the 2 highest shells of the aura are pure spirit and beyond the reach of most refined senses. The shells of the aura that are visible to such sensitive people can also be seen through the medium of Kirlian photography. See the picture that I just showed. The Russian electrical engineer Semen Kirlian invented a special photographic process that reveals different colored halos, thus providing information about the spiritual condition of the person being photographed. The aura of a person who is downcast or depressed, for example, will be less distinct than that of someone with positive frame of mind. So it even, like, when you're being positive and grateful, it even affects your auric field. And if it's affecting your auric field, think of what it is doing in your actual reality. Like, it goes way beyond that. So the law of attraction is a pretty serious thing. Our physical and psychic condition expresses itself not only through the chakras but through the aura as well. At the same time, we can make positive improvements to our health and state of mind by becoming aware of our chakras and aura and working on their development and radiance. People who have developed a strong radiant energy field cannot be easily thrown off course. Their aura protects them from the negative influences that come from their environment. This is like a big thing. When I first started doing the gratitude, I was easily affected by other people, but now that I've been doing it for a while and I've really strengthened myself, it's easier for me to not take on other people's energies. In fact, we think of the aura as a kind of spiritual protective screen. One can perhaps recall the Starship Enterprise on the TV series Star Trek, and I can't believe this is in the book, and Captain Kirk calling for all energy to the shields when under attack. In a similar way, the aura acts as a protective screen, just as the body's immune system defends it from potentially harmful viruses and bacteria, so the aura protects us from damaging negative thoughts and emotions that encroach on us from without. Tuning your perceptions. In order to activate your aura, you need to sensitize your awareness to receive subtler vibrations. Normally, we are focused on the everyday world of senses, but with careful attention, we can begin to feel the presence of etheric power. So it's kind of like Reiki and energy. You can start with your hands, rubbing them together, and then pulling them apart, and you'll feel heat, which is essentially energy. In all likelihood, you already have some experience with subtler energies and phenomena in the aura. Have you had the sensation that someone standing behind you is often looking at you? Have you ever felt that something is making you uneasy without any clear reason for that feeling? Do you walk into a room and feel that the atmosphere is heavy? Or perhaps the opposite, that it seems light and free? Have you ever experienced telepathic communication? For example, picked up the phone to call a friend, and at the moment the phone rang, your friend was on the line. Like trying to call someone, I definitely have done that. It's like it didn't even ring, and we both were like waiting for a second, and it's like, oh my goodness, like we both dialed each other at the exact same moment. Have you ever felt the presence of someone who is actually miles away? Have you ever seemed to feel or see the energy flowing between a mother and child, or between two lovers? Learning to pay close attention to such experiences is the ideal preparation for beginning work on the aura and chakras. Gathering your energy. So I'm going to go a little bit longer, and then I'm going to split it up because this is a pretty long chapter. Gathering your energy. Anything that robs you of energy depletes your aura. On the other hand, whatever steps you take to promote the free flow of energy will enhance your aura's radiance. Avoid people who leave you feeling drained. If after spending time with an acquaintance, friend, or family member you feel worn out or dragged down, you might consider staying away from the person for a time. In the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, an important early text on the practice of yoga, it is written, too much food and too much stress, talking or swearing too much, incorrect practice of and bad people, these 6 things darken the light of the soul. One might put it another way and say that these 6 things interfere with the development of the chakras and the aura. Stay away from things that steal your energy. Taking care of your body. Often people, like I was saying in the last video, like taking care of yourself comes hand in hand in freeing up energy flow. Often people following a spiritual path will neglect their physical bodies. They become more interested in developing magical powers than in occupying themselves with the mundane needs of everyday life. In yoga, however, one is taught to pay careful attention to the body, since it is the temple of the soul. Our bodies are gifts from God, providing an opportunity for spiritual growth through becoming fully involved in life on this planet. To strengthen your aura, you have to take good care of your body. Its demands are basically modest. All you really need to do is take some time each day to care for it. Stay active, eat fresh, nutritious foods, and get plenty of fresh air and enough rest. And water. It doesn't say that here. Drink lots and lots of water. Choosing your own path. Let's see how far this goes. I think I'm going to stop there just because this gets way deeper. So these are some of the ways that you can, like, a little bit about auras and kind of like eat healthy and meditate and work on your chakras. You'll be in turn strengthening your aura, which is in turn helping you not to take on other people's negative crap. So thank you for joining me. I decided to do 2 lives today just because I was not working today, so I have time, and I'm not, normally I work 6 days a week, so I only have Sundays, and Sundays I'm usually a bit tired, so I get an extra day off. So have a good day, you guys. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that this wasn't too mundane and boring.